Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Steph Curry sends clear message to Warriors after brutal loss to Spurs. The Golden State Warriors were supposed to win Wednesday's home game against a shorthanded San Antonio Spurs side that currently has the third worst record in the Western Conference. Former Warriors stud Harrison Barnes, however, had other ideas. The 32-year-old veteran won it for the Spurs via a buzzer-beating triple to take down his former team 114-111. Steph Curry did all he could for the Warriors in this one, dropping a game-high 30 points on 12 of 24 shooting to go along with 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals and 5 triples. It still wasn't enough. A disappointed Curry spoke to reporters after the game as he explained how important the next 2 games will be for the Warriors. A good team will bounce back from the loss, take care of business in the next 2 games, and go from there, Curry declared. We have to prove we're a good team. Wednesday's loss saw Golden State fall to 47-33. They are now 0.5 games behind the Memphis Grizzlies for the number 6 seed in the West. At this point, the Warriors need to win their last 2 remaining games of the regular season to have a chance at securing the final guaranteed playoff spot in the conference. However, even if they win their final 2 games, Golden State will also need the Grizzlies to lose at least one of their last 3 matchups to clinch the 6th seed. Up next for the Warriors is a road game against the 35-45 Portland Trail Blazers on Friday, followed by a home matchup against the red-hot Los Angeles Clippers, who won their 6th straight game on Wednesday to close out the season. On Sunday, Curry has sent a clear message to his team about their next 2 games. The Warriors will need to step up to the plate now that their playoff hopes are on the line. Jimmy Butler problem the Warriors may not be able to solve. When the Golden State Warriors made a gamble and agreed to trade for Jimmy Butler at the deadline just 2 months ago, they did so with a specific cost-benefit analysis in mind. Prior to the start of February, the Warriors were struggling mightily, and their record had been hovering right around 0-50 for a large portion of the season. Ever since their initial hot start, it was clear what the front office needed to do. They had to get Stephen Curry, a legitimate second superstar that could maximize his talents and build this team back into a real contender once again. If they did not, missing the playoffs was absolutely within the realm of possibility. After considering multiple options, Golden State opted to bring on Butler, who, despite his antics and the way he exited Miami, brings considerable star-level talent in his own right. In the Warriors' view, it was worth dealing with the headaches that Butler would potentially bring along with him due to the level of player that he is to them. Pairing Steph and Jimmy was a winning formula, and their judgment has been proven correct to this point. Golden State has gone from a team under 0-50 back on February 6 to a squad in contention for the 3 seed in the Western Conference with less than a week remaining in the regular season. However, there is one problem concerning Butler's play that the Warriors may not be able to completely solve. I am speaking of the fact that ever since the end of the 2023 NBA Finals, Jimmy has not truly returned to playing at the superstar level that he achieved while dragging the Miami Heat to the championship round in June 2 years ago. For quite a while, the eye test has shown us that clearly, but the numbers reflect it as well. Butler's scoring and efficiency have taken a hit since that season, and this remains a big concern for the Warriors' championship hopes. We saw Jimmy enter a different mode and simply take over games multiple times during that 2023 run to the finals, but since then, and especially since arriving in San Francisco, Butler has not really shown that same ability to be a one-man show and change the outcome of games nearly single-handedly. If the Warriors are to get back to the finals, and if they want to have any hope of defeating a team like the Boston Celtics once they get there, they are going to need Jimmy playing at the highest level possible. If Butler is no longer able to dominate games like he used to, it could be curtains for this team's high aspirations. Warriors off-season Nikola Jokic trade proposal. After Michael Malone firing the Golden State Warriors might have added the missing piece ahead of the 2025 NBA trade deadline, the team has been red hot since trading for Jimmy Butler, but what if the Warriors' hot streak runs out? If Golden State underwhelms in the postseason, they might again look to make a blockbuster move that can keep the squad in championship contention while Stephen Curry is still around. Could a deal for the Denver Nuggets' Nikola Jokic be in the cards? In all likelihood, there is no chance that Denver would trade their three-time MVP. Jokic is the best player in the NBA, and having his best season to date. The Nuggets are kind of a mess right now, though Denver just fired head coach Michael Malone and general manager Calvin Booth. In a world where Luka Doncic can be traded, perhaps Jokic could be traded too. So what could the Warriors offer the Nuggets for Jokic's services? Warriors receive Nikola Jokic, Nagy. Nuggets receive Jimmy Butler, Brandon Podziemski, Tracy Jackson Davis. 2026 first-round pick, 2028 first-round pick, 2031 first-round pick, 2027 first-round swap, 2030 first-round swap. Butler was brought in to help the Warriors win. Now Draymond Green and Curry only have so many productive years left in their careers. Despite the high levels that they are playing at this season, Curry hasn't lost a step, and Green is well on his way to taking home Defensive Player of the Year honors, but they are 37 and 35 years old respectively. Butler has elevated the team to heights that they haven't seen since the dynasty last won the championship. Suppose the team fades in the playoffs, though, then they should look to upgrade the roster yet again. This proposed trade sees them land the biggest upgrade in the sport with Jokic. Curry, the greatest shooter ever, would thrive with an elite passing big man like Jokic, and the team has never had a dominant center like him during their run at the top of the league. Additionally, Green's stellar defensive instincts would work perfectly alongside the Joker. Butler is a really good player, but Jokic actually has championship winning experience, as do Curry and Green. In fact, Jokic beat Butler's Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. This hypothetical trade sees the Nuggets land 3 first-round picks, 2 pick swap options, and 2 more young players to develop the draft capital. Would help the Nuggets start a rebuild, and considering Curry and Green are nearing retirement age and that many fans don't think Jokic will play late into his 30s, these draft picks from the Warriors could become extremely valuable. Brandon Podziemski and Tracy Jackson Davis have both flashed tons of potential too, and they'd play big parts in the next era of Nuggets basketball. To make the money work, Nagy is even included in this deal. Getting off of his disastrous contract is a huge win for the Nuggets. The biggest part of this deal for the Nuggets is adding Butler, though Butler is a 6-time All-Star, and the fact that he can do a little bit of everything would be big for the Nuggets when losing a versatile star like Jokic. Butler is also a gritty defender who always plays with effort, and a lack of those traits has been linked to Denver's recent struggles. However, Butler and the Nuggets have a history. Not only did he lose to the Nuggets in the NBA Finals, but the wing has always had a not-so-friendly relationship with Denver. Fans will remember that Butler was ready to fight the Nuggets roster after Jokic pushed then Butler teammate Markieff Morris in the back, causing an injury in the process. While Jokic would leave Denver in the scene Rio, there is still seemingly some bad blood between Butler and the Nuggets that likely wouldn't prevent the Nuggets and Warriors from doing business together, though. And what do you think about Nikola Jokic's situation? Write to us in the comments.